the Animal Ghost Humane Society. Don't support animal ghost mills. Get your animal ghost from a reputable protoplasmic shelter.
Sigh. Sigh. Sigh.
Hey everybody, Loud House Critic here. One guy with 1,000 views on all the episodes I must review. You know, I just saw the movie Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and I gotta say, it's better than the first one. And that's coming so much from the critics who actually didn't like the first one, and yet they praised the second one. And I just gotta say, I won't say too much about what it is, but let me tell you something. You guys have to see this movie before you actually see the new Spider-Man movie this December. It's really important. I suppose you guys enjoyed the first episode of October, She's All Bat. Well, I got another episode that makes you think that you would never want to go into the woods at night. Rumor has it, the 23rd episode of season 5 of the Loud House, and much likely and above all, the 222nd episode. You know, when I first watched this episode and saw the title card of this, I thought it was going to be a scary themed episode. But after I watched it, yeah, it kind of was. I did catch a lot of references from different horror movies, and yet some of it did and didn't work too much at the advantage of this episode, especially when this is on one character who I really misjudged and schooled. But should I feel sympathy for this character, or should I be a little weed to actually spread more bad rumors? Let's see if the rumors are actually true.
This field trip's gonna be awesome!
So what do you do at a rock quarry?
Oh, it's a hoot. You dig for rocks. And kick rocks. And throw rocks at other rocks.
Sounds fascinating, but boring. And that sounds really ruckin' stupid. These kids will be throwing rocks at each other, and I will not be held responsible for one of them getting injured.
I wonder where Clyde is. Oh, sorry I'm late. Negotiations with my dads went down to the wire. They finally agreed to let me come, but only if I wear this.
Guys!
Really? What the hell were their mothers on when they even had these two? Then again, I really don't want to know. And you know, Clyde wearing a suit like that kind of reminds me of that stupid movie Master of Disguise.
How great is it that Mrs. Salter is chaperoning? She's the best.
Fatty, fat, fat. Fatty, fat, 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 fatty, fatty, fat, fat.
Because I'm fat, fat, fat. Come on. Really, really fast.
Yeah, but why does he have to come?
Okay, that seems like some stupid cartoon physics about someone eating a whole can that's made of metal without getting their jaw injured. Just like I can't really understand about how cartoon characters can pull objects somewhere out of nowhere from behind their back or out of thin air. Just like how many actually believe that Christopher Columbus pulled a spyglass out of his gonads, when I thought he actually made shit that with his own hands. I just find that so funny and weird at the same time.
You know about Bolhoffner, right? I heard from Cece, who heard from Girl Jordan. He's an escaped convict.
Goodbye, Arkham! Hello, Gotham!
I heard from Chandler, who heard from his mom, that he's a cannibal. They call him Skullhoffner.
I heard from Lunch Lady Pat that he's a mobster. He can make a feller just plain disappear.
And then, baby, everything went black.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that all those rumors are not even true at all. And I still can't believe Chandler's still living with his mother. And yes, I totally caught all what those references were from. Silence of the Lamb, also known as Hannibal Lecter. Then again, I wouldn't be too surprised if he was actually an antagonist in the Loud House. But with all the rumor weeds actually growing around and spreading the word about this guy, Mrs. Salter actually informs her students that she accidentally called the wrong bus, as if stupidly enough for Brave the Last Dance they called in for the wrong cake. Which I have no idea how they got fucking confused of doing that. And they barely even have enough seats for all the students. Guess where this puts Lincoln and his friends with?
No prob. I'll just drive whoever's left in the school van. It's got room for plenty of bodies.
Seriously, why do they have to make this guy look and sound scary? It's a little over the top, don't you think?
Huh?
Looks like you chuckleheads are riding with me. Let me grab the keys. And a crowbar.
And I grabbed my pants.
That's okay. I know it's scary.
Plenty of bodies? A crowbar?
Where could it be Skullhoffner, Chow?
Oh, balderdash.
Well, be lucky enough that you guys aren't going up against John Wayne Gacy. For those who are new and don't even know who John Wayne Gacy is, I'll give you a hint. Killer Clown. Not that Killer Clown. It's his alias.
Guys, relax. The Hoff's my homeroom teacher. I know if he was a convict, or a cannibal, or a mobster. Trust me, we've got nothing to worry about.
Yeah,
right,
everything's gonna be fine.
Go before Bullhafner gets back!
Ain't that a bitch? We gonna die, y'all.
Okay, that was too fucking cowardly. Is every teacher and staff in Royal Woods School afraid of everything? I don't know what's worse, having a female as a principal or having everybody in this entire school not give a shit about you.
Dang door never opens right. You know, I could have sworn I booked the bus with more seats.
Okay, I have to give that one credit. I've seen these kind of references so many times before in horror movies.
So, who wants the front?
Dibs not.
You guys.
Anybody want some jerky? Made it myself, in my basement.
I just love how fucking scared shitless they are, especially when they made those kind of expressions. And I wouldn't mind too much, but don't ever zoom up on an evil grin in Bullhafner's face again. I'm pretty sure that kids won't repeat what they actually see in a cartoon show these days. Shit, no wonder this actual scene was kind of banned in different countries. Because honestly, who'd be stupid enough to actually shave themselves with a knife?
So, Mr. Bullhafner, what do you like to do for fun?
Fun, huh? Watch movies, I guess.
No way. We like movies too.
Video games.
Also awesomely normal.
And hunting small prey at night.
That sounds so scary. And all those sound just like the exact same hobbies I like doing. Except I like to hunt something new and extraordinary in the city.
And now, I have a story to tell you.
I saw the worst accident I ever seen. There was this sound, like a garbage truck dropped off the Empire State Building. And when they finally pulled the driver's body from the twisted, burning wreck, it looked like this.
Holy shit!
Nice blood reference, again. If you don't know what I mean by again, look at Can't Hardly Wait.
Wow, that's a lot of lippy syrup. It'll take hours and hours to clean. We should just head back to school.
Yeah, Stella.
Yeah, nice choice of words there, Stella. She so has the same thing like Lincoln does. In fact, I wouldn't be too damn surprised if she actually did want a boyfriend. Then again, we still have a while till season 6 actually comes.
No need for that. I know a shortcut.
Oh my god, dude, slow the fuck down. You're driving like Lori.
Oh, I see the problem now. You're a horrible driver.
think we should pull over.
Oh, good thinking, Clyde. You fake sick. Skullhoffner stops. We run.
Oh, you bet the hell not. This is hand-stitched leather. You better drink it, McBride.
You pussy. Wow, he's really selling it.
We can't escape with Skullhoffner's eagle eye on us.
You know, making a character doing unrealistic, scary things in front of you doesn't always work. You can get away with stuff like that in the Addams Family, but here, it's kind of showing a bad example to your children. So Lincoln and the gang are planning to make an escape from Bullhoffner, but unfortunately, he plans to take them all home himself since the field trip got canceled due to the school bus being stuck in flippy syrup. But as good as you want to say, fuck school, I'm gonna stay home forever, the car ends up getting a flat tire.
Of all the times not to have a spare. Out here where no one can find us, just as it's about to get dark.
Kinda random.
Survey says.
Oh man, you lack talent.
Luckily, I have a hunting cabin nearby.
Guys, we are so screwed.
Don't worry about it, it happens to everybody. Once.
Just a little farther. There's a landline so we can call your folks. Keep up! There's a lot of bears in these woods.
I think Smokey lives around here.
So we're hiking to our own graves?
Let's just hope and pray that they don't run into those hillbilly freaks that were in the Wrong Turn movies. Cause I sure as hell don't want to see any of these fucking creeps.
Here it is!
Nice touch.
Didn't they use this cabin for the Evil Dead movies?
Very funny.
And as for that music, that's gonna put chills on anyone's spine. It'd probably give all the females goosebumps, and it'd probably give me gas. Sorry, just kidding. I mean, just listen to it. How creepy does this sound?
Phone's out. Guess I'll go get some firewood from the shed.
Derek says they always have a shed. Shut your dumb ass up.
This really isn't so bad.
Really, Lincoln? When's the last time you ever been into a creepy cabin in the woods? By the way, I need to watch that movie again. Then again, Evil Dead is so much better than that movie.
It's actually kind of cozy in here.
Okay, that was the freakiest thing I've ever seen.
Let's get out of here!
Open! It's stuck! What do we do now?
Everybody stay calm! We're all gonna die!
But hey, there's always the cellar. You can actually escape through there.
Ooh, it's kind of spooky.
But wait, fuck that, never mind. But have no fear, Lincoln has a plan for all of them to escape. But Skullhoffner.
Okay, here's the plan. Skullhoffner walks through the door. He triggers the fishing line, which causes the quilt to fall over him. He stumbles backwards, slips on the cooking lard, and falls. With him all greased and tangled, we escape.
Yeah.
Are you sure you even know what you're doing? Because to me, it doesn't look like you know what you're doing at all.
Absolutely. My parents and I use this setup for Bigfoot traps.
Oh, Christ. God, this is gonna be a long explanation of theory to people like you. Loch Ness, Bigfoot, the abominable snowman, the Wendigo. Speaking of, I think I saw a Wendigo in the wetlands one time. Was trying to get a little better look so I can get a picture of it, but then again, I didn't want to risk being attacked. Shoot, many people around in Michigan, Maine, and Canada don't even live to tell it that it's real, especially when they never even caught one before. Just like they'll never know about Bigfoot for sure.
Guys, where's Liam?
Ooh, me Moss Grits don't mess around.
What are you kids doing?
We were just playing.
What game?
Moose Tag, and Liam was it.
By the way, do you see that creepy deer head in the background there, over there on the right side? Does that even look more creepier than how the way the mounted deer looked in Evil Dead 2?
That must be the front door key, but how do we get it?
I could distract him with my sick dance moves. Yeah.
Yeah, here's my idea of a plan.
No advice, no talking, hell no.
Don't even dance. But...
Hey, Mr. Bullhoffner, do you know how to dance?
I picked up some moves when I was stranded in the Sahara with those Irish step dancers.
Right.
Why?
There's a dance coming up and poor Rusty here can't dance. Would you mind teaching him?
I guess. Got nothing else to do.
You know what? All I can say is good fucking luck, because this shit ain't gonna work. 'Cause I'll tell you that right now.
I was just gonna suggest that.
All right, follow my lead. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Survey says.
You know, seeing these two dance like this kind of reminds me of a Goosebump game called Escape from Horrorland, where a young Lizzie was actually dancing with an Ian Malcolm Dracula.
Oh, babies, come to Papa.
Hey, stay away from me, nitwit.
Oh, my head.
So much as they fucked up that plan, Lincoln's got another better plan, which I hope this one actually turns out okay.
Hey there, Mr. B. Great fire. You know, I've got a new hobby these days. Cellars. Boy, do I love a good old-fashioned cellar.
Yeah, as I recall, you were afraid of going down into the basement before. And I'm really kind of having that sense of these kids being unlikable.
How about a personal tour?
Shoot him now! Shoot him now! Ooh, not good.
Okay, a bit of that kind of reminds me of an Ed, Ed, and Eddie cartoon, which I don't know if my brother actually knows what the cartoon is, but they're trying to escape from something, or either the cankers, when Eddie says something like, "Ed, you idiot, this is your key."
You best get out of here.
Everybody run for it!
Totally a good horror reference.
Oh, we're done for...
To be continued. To be continued. Oh, please, to be continued.
What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
I, Lincoln Albert Loud,
These are my sisters on my Ace Savvy comics. And you're not allowed to hawk them to make a fast buck, Lola.
Funny enough, I thought his real name was Lincoln Lucas Loud, but when I saw the Loud House movie, it was Albert, which is what Pop Pop's real name was. And you know, it's a good thing too, especially with the passing of Fred Willard, who was really a good Pop Pop voice actor. But anyway, we're all gonna die.
Easy. I said easy, boys.
Whoa, this guy's tougher as a bear. Better yet, a Wolverine. And I think I've seen something like this kind of reference from Street Fighter before.
What were you thinking, locking me in the cellar and running out into the woods? You could have been hurt!
Oh, that, well, we were,
We thought you were gonna turn us into people jerky.
I don't like you.
I should have known. This was all about those dumb lies people say about me. Come on, let's get you inside.
And you know, this is gonna sound a little strange, but it feels like Bullhoffner is actually in Lincoln's shoes. Cause did anyone ever stop to think that it's not the outside that counts. Like, do you always have to judge people for how they look or how they talk or how their behavior is? Do you ever stop to think to get to know them a little bit better of who they are on the inside? And this goes to show that Zach, Liam, Rusty, Stella, Clyde, and Lincoln were actually in Lincoln's sister's shoes for a change. Because when Bo Hoffner said that, you could see the looks on their faces about how bad they actually feel for what they thought and what they said about him. So now back in the Evil Dead cabin.
As soon as the storm settles, I'll take you kids home. I think there's a spare tire for the van in the shed. I'll wait out there so you don't have to worry about Skull Hoffner. Funny, I'm tough enough to wrestle a bear, but those cruel rumors hurt my feelings.
We should have known.
I misjudged him. Badly.
Talk about irony. And I feel like such an asshole for what I said back with the guys in the episode review of Schooled.
Mr. B is actually really cool.
I bet if everybody at school knew what he was really like, those rumors would go away.
Yeah, Doc. Wish there was a way we could set the record straight.
You know, I'd be chopping my hand off and replacing it with a chainsaw if I said I didn't see that coming, but somewhat I did see it come from the moment they locked him in the cellar. This message has been repeated so many times in movies and cartoon shorts, time and time again, and there was no reason for them to put this in the Addams Family movie. I love the Addams Family, but I just don't like how the way they treated them in this movie. Or movies for that matter, since they just got a sequel. But I'm gonna give you a little advice again, since some people forget this lesson when they are kids. Don't spread words about a person that can really hurt them, because you be hurting yourself in that state too. Spread nice words and don't act like a total troll. And much likely for the world record, there have been kids and teens that actually took their own lives after when they've been picked on, bullied, or rumors actually really hurt them so much. Because not only would you be hurting them, you would be hurting yourself and Jesus himself. And we want nice words to actually help move on with our lives and make us feel better. And speaking of, Lincoln actually devised a plan to actually make Mr. Bollhoffner feel so much better.
See, Mr. B isn't a convict, or a mobster, or a cannibal.
I still can't believe they canceled that show.
If you get to know him, you'll find out that he's a great guy, who's brave and loyal.
Ha! No. What?
Oh, speaking of which, here's the bear wrestler himself, Mr. Cool Hoffner.
Huh? Everybody get to class, or it's detention!
Get to class before I throw you all in a choky. Run, run, run! Faster! Get in!
Hey! Thank you.
I actually love what Lincoln and his friends did, and I love how the way Mr. Bollhoffner actually thanked them. You know, I'll actually put the like on this guy. Not one of my favorites, but I'll actually put him in the yellow section. So he'll likely be somewhere in the middle between my dislike and likable characters. And you know, speaking of Mrs. Salter actually being there, somewhat there's a hole in the plot with this one because we never get to figure out how the way her and the other 6th graders actually made it back to school. And it's possibly to even know if they actually even made it to their little field trip at the rock quarry. And yet they left in the morning, which made no sense at all getting dark so soon. I just wanted to point that out because there's a bunch of things I can't really ignore.
Cool, Hoffner.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy.
Well, everybody, I guess there's a lot to Mr. Bollhoffner that meets the eye. Well, rumor has it. Okay, I could just say, first off, I get the whole don't judge a book by its cover thing, but it's been super overdone so many times, and even in that new Addams Family movie, which I did not like very much, and I thought it was going to be promising, but honestly, they screwed that movie up, just for the sake of children. But anyway, this episode was downright terrifying with them making Bollhoffner like downright horror movie killer. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like those style movies, And yet I actually love those movies, and I caught a lot of references on which one was from what movie. But it can be quite of a hit and miss. Lincoln and his friends were a bit unlikable, but not too unlikable. Hell, and I was actually expecting Stella to actually be more braver than the boys. But they decided to make her on the same level as the boys are. Hell, even Beverly had more balls to actually not be scared of Pennywise than the boys would. And that's a true rumor, by the way. On the real set, the girl who actually played Beverly, she wasn't even scared of Bill Skarsgård dressed up as Pennywise. And when they brought him on set, the boys were terrified. I kid you not. When they were making the movie It. The new one, I mean. But anyways, the heart of the story of this episode is mostly about how damaging untrue rumors can easily change the perception of a person as Bullhoffner, despite his rough edge appearance and attitude that makes him come across as scary. But he does surprisingly have more depth to him than the kids should know. I really don't have too much else to say about this episode. It would have been on my top 10 favorite episodes of season 5, but there were a lot of other episodes that actually knocked it off my list that were so much enjoyable and easy to look at. But I gotta say, this episode is a good sign of progress with Bullhoffner's character, and I hope we can actually see that kind of development with him in future episodes, which I hope and pray to God that they don't go back to phase 1 on this guy. And also, we finally get to know Lincoln's full name, Lincoln Albert Loud. At first, I thought it was Lincoln Lucas Loud, but in other countries, they said it was Lincoln Oliver Loud. And despite the fact that his middle name was actually mentioned in the Loud House movie, which that movie was set in between season 4 and 5, hell, and that movie was actually in production before season 5 actually made its technical first piece of the Loud House media to reveal this fact. And this is also the last episode where Oren Babby actually voiced Rusty. And sadly, he didn't get too many voice acting episodes with Rusty. He only voiced him ever since Schooled, until he started hitting puberty, and then somebody else took over for him in Grub Snub. So if you like horror movies and like to get paranoid in the end, this is the case of this episode alone. But if I were you, I would watch this episode before watching Evil Dead. It'll change your mind forever. I'm the Loud House Critic. Sweet dreams, everybody.
Oh, when ghosts and goblins by the score, ring your bell or pound your door. Better not be stingy or your nightmares will come true. Woo.